Once upon a time, there was a young girl named Sophia who lived in a small hut on a cliff above the ocean. She lived a simple life, spending her days fishing and collecting shells on the beach. But her heart belonged to a sailor named Jacob, who had promised to return to her after a long journey at sea. Months went by, and there was no sign of Jacob. Sophia waited anxiously, looking out at the vast expanse of water every day, hoping to catch a glimpse of his ship. But it never came. As time passed, Sophia's hope began to wane. She worried that something terrible had happened to Jacob, and she might never see him again. Despite her despair, she refused to give up on him. One day, a violent storm hit the coast, and Sophia was forced to take shelter in her hut. As she huddled in the dark, listening to the wind and waves crashing against the shore, she prayed for Jacob's safe return. As the storm raged on, Sophia heard a faint sound over the roar of the wind. It was the sound of a ship's horn, and her heart leaped with joy. She ran out onto the cliff, her eyes scanning the horizon for any sign of Jacob's vessel. Through the driving rain, Sophia could just make out the shape of a ship in the distance. It was battered and torn, but it was unmistakably Jacob's. With tears streaming down her face, she watched as the ship limped into the harbor. Sophia ran down to the beach, her heart racing as she approached the ship. She saw Jacob staggering down the gangplank, battered and bruised but alive. They embraced, and Sophia cried tears of joy. From that day on, Sophia and Jacob lived happily in the hut on the cliff above the ocean, grateful for each other and the love that had brought them back together.